very good evening. This is Abigail bringing to you the news and events in Meghalaya from Bosco Media Network. Here are the headlines for today. Autobook sanitizing composite machine unveiled at Nehu, Shillong. Workshops on effective teaching learning practices in COVID times and domestic workers of the state to participate in the nationwide protests. And now the news in detail. The Autobook sanitizing composite machine, a novel device and a marvel intervention, first of its kind, was unveiled and inaugurated on 23rd September 2020 at the Central Library of the Northeastern Hill University, Shillong, by Professor S.K. Srivastava, Vice Chancellor of the University, as the chief guest of the program in the presence of officers, faculty and staff of the university. In his inaugural address, Professor Srivastava acknowledged the talent and hard work put in by the Nehu team in bringing out this innovative product for the university library. He quoted the development of such a sanitizing machine as a fantastic fusion of library, a place to provide knowledge, and the school of technology, the place to convert that knowledge into the means for social benefit. This sanitizing machine functions in an auto-control mode to sanitize all kinds of reading materials without causing any kind of damage to the material.
This is a control panel. Here in this control panel, there are so many switches, but it is not needed. Only one switch you on, that is the auto on, that automatically control all the system.
And this is auto on, this is power lamp. As soon as you on the MCB, it will glow, it will show you the light is there. And this is for light, because inside there is some lights are here. If you on this one, you can see the lights are going. Okay. So if the room is dark, you can on this one.
A two-day virtual workshop on effective teaching learning practices in COVID times was organized by the Rotary Club of Orchid City, Shillong. Winner of National Award to Teachers 2020, Shri Rahul S. Chatterjee, and experienced teacher trainer joined as a resource person. The workshop was organized to observe the Rotary International Literacy Month in September. The two-day workshop was very interactive in nature, with secondary and higher secondary teachers of St. Mary's and higher secondary teachers of St. Edmund's as invited participants. A number of teachers and students from other parts of the country also registered for the workshop. Many participants from other countries also participated via Facebook Live in the workshop. The club hopes that this virtual workshop will help teachers to reach out more effectively to students, especially during and after this COVID-19 pandemic. Domestic workers and helpers under the umbrella of the Northeastern Region Domestic Workers Movement and endorsed by the Extension Branch Ferrando Transit Shelter Cum Children's Home will participate in a strike tomorrow, the 24th September, called by the National Platform of Domestic Workers as a mark of protest against the non-fulfillment of their demands by the government. The workers under these banners have been demanding for better working conditions, enhanced salaries and recognition as contributing members of the society. Speaking to reporters, Sister Selina Lingdor of the Mission Sisters of Mary Help of Christians and the regional coordinator of the Northeastern Regional Domestic Workers stated that the demands from the government are for the passing of relevant laws to safeguard the workers, to deposit funds into the accounts of workers who are in need, and the implementation of the Urban Employment Scheme. Advocacy Officer Ms. Wanpanhun Karsante remarked that there are 200 workers who are yet to receive the funds assured by the government. Ms. Elena Nongklau, the General Secretary of the All Meghalaya Domestic Workers Union, laments the fact that many workers have been laid off due to the lockdown and the restrictions imposed on movement of people due to the pandemic.
Khamtam ha kani ka pandemic khamtam ha kani ka khlam ye ki la shakta shibun te yakani ngila yakran nadu kisnam ki manushwa ru ngila ya pha ki memorandum ki jintho ki matin dawa shaka sarkar lagate ya ka sarkar kmilani lagate ya ka sarkar jala ki ki matin dawa ngila pha na ka por shaka por ba ka sarkar kan pet kan khmi lem na kabenta ka security lani kalat dan ajing yada yakini ki brio ki basu em da ka babala hakiyin su ki bai pat bandawa na ka sarkar ni im ka sarkar ka snap kuman na ka por sa ka por but khamtam hakani ka jing online shop jong ka khlam ni i ba kalakta shibon ya ka jing em jong ki brio batring brio nadu mensyuang ki kran ni kata ka job security la ni kajing ajing ada ki ha ki jakat rai kajing sha be kam no ha ka mo ha ki trai le se ha ka por ka ba maki ki mon mo namar ki bre ba trai bre hi ka kam jung ki ka shong ha ka mon ki trai la ki mon ki khat la ki mon ki be ki te hakum ka ni ka por le ba ka ni ka klam ka warin shop ni i ba ka dan ka stigma la ni kajing nyau ban ya ki bre ba trai bre ba ke mlang sa lang ba le se kila bande kita ki nong ra jing pang na kawai ke jaka sha kawai ke jaka namar ba ki kumbang itip hi ki bre ba trai bre kim trai tan ha kawai ke jaka
Kaliang jungi di domestic workers ni penpa ya kata kajing kham tam hakane ka po jong kane ka pandemic babun dangi kinong bala ni la sha be kam ni la sha be jam namar kajing sha pentap hakitrai don ki ba ong ba ni la don hayi ni la tri hi bat ki don ru ki ba le si ki septiang ya kata ka ba ki ong ba le sing indai mangi kita ki ba wan ra ya kajing pang mo te kajing hayang asem kolong ba ni kum ki me ki pa hi habangi trei sitom habangi trei na ka banta ki khon kamot ka ban kong kalong ba ngin pen kadang ki ba ka jinang jingstan wa yo makana ki khon ba kin mi ne yang balik school rai ka bai school ni hak siu we te katar ko kajing wan kakam ka bangi trei ru ka babun sien babun ki nong balang ila sha pen pem bat buan ki school ki ru ki bangim yo shu ban sim benta ki don ki subject ki bangi ngim la bangi le ki taru ka mot ni la du hin re ya ka bai school ni hak siu bai te na kaliang hi jungi ki nong bala ni kwa kai bangin dawa na kasakar ba kan pentri kam ni kita ki an ba kintek halo ka jindan kam jungi ki di nong trei bala jing brio bangi ngin yo alang ya kata ka hok bangin yo alang ya kata ka ju ka jing yo ha ka ba ngir ngila bengin em ya kata kajing em kaban bet kaban biang kaba ngin numla ban ngin penyak thani ki khon bat kunjuru bengin la bengin tiu ya kayang kasa te na ka benta ke ni baro na benta kani kajing dawa ka jungi te ngi na kalyang ka union ru ngawer ya piparo ki union member ba ngin ya shem benta hakani ka strike ka bashisni na ka benta kani kajing dawa ka jungi na ka sarkar bat kunjuru ki member ki badan hapok ksatri jong ka union hi bangin yasno ketilang kena bangin la bangin dawa nak sarkar ke ka hok bar ke ka jing don kam ka bangi kum kinong trei belaing breu ni dei bani yo
hakabay dai bat kilat ajing rap jong ka sarkar ya ki breu batring breu ka di ka pandemic ka bamenta ka di ka jingon shop ka klam kumba ka sarkar kala kalat pa hiya baro ka financial assistance mo la ni kalat ajing rap na kabenta ki unorganized sector workers ni ki brio ki babla baro te ki domestic workers ru ki la sha kan thop lang ha ka thop te bat nila pha ya ki kertang ru sha ka sarkar ka kertang ru ki brio ki bala register ba ka sang baro nila pha te bat hnre ha ka jing shisha kat kum ka kula ka bana do ling ko ni asmo ka sarkar ka ong kan ai share steo ya ki lo yeng hnre suki pada dia iba kata ka 1000 ka hiar nak sa kanyo spa te kat ba kini ki ba apply baro ru ni iba naka 1000 tam ki domestic workers ki ba apply ka ni ki ba ya ni la jong ka union tang kumba matharai ga tang kumba fast pa ngot e ki yo te da sa as pa ngot ki khamyo.
With the easing of lockdown, the state witnessed a sharp increase in cattle smuggling through the porous Bangladesh border, which is reflected in the seizures made by the alert BSF troops during past few days despite harsh weather condition and crisis of COVID-19 pandemic. The vigilant BSF troops deployed at BOP Muktapur in West Jaintia Hills district of Meghalaya today seized 118 cattle worth more than 17 lakh rupees. These cattle were stocked in hinterland inside dense forests, kept these ready to be smuggled to Bangladesh. Shri UK Nayal, Deputy Inspector General Public Relations Officer, Frontiers Headquarters, BSF Meghalaya, said that cattle smuggling in the state is likely to increase and accordingly BSF has stepped up its special drive against the cattle smugglers and has intensified its operation on the Indo-Bangladesh border to foil nefarious design of trans-border criminals in the area of Meghalaya state. He also stated that the cattle smuggling cannot be stopped unless joint operation of BSF and police is carried out in depth area and frisking of trucks heading towards border area by police or other agencies on national highway. Let us now have a glimpse of COVID-19 update for today.
23rd of September 2020. With regard to COVID-19 status in the state is as follows. The number of new cases today is 170. East Khas Hills 117, and out of this 117, Armed Forces, Paramilitary Forces 1, and others category 116. Ribhoi 37, West Garo Hills 5, 4 from the Armed Forces, Paramilitary Forces, and 1 others category. North Garo Hills 5, West Jaintia Hills 3, and East Jaintia Hills 3. The total number of active cases is 2060, and out of this 1472 are in East Khas Hills, 174 from the Armed Forces, Paramilitary Forces, and 1298 others category. West Khasi Hills 13, Southwest Khasi Hills 6, Ribhoi 156, 32 from the Armed Forces, Paramilitary Forces, and 124 from the others category. West Jaintia Hills 12, East Jaintia Hills 275, West Garo Hills 95, 50 from the Armed Forces, Paramilitary Forces, and 45 from the others category. Southwest Garo Hills 11, South Garo Hills 5, East Garo Hills 6, and North Garo Hills 9. The total number of recovered cases today is 153. The number of deaths today, as recorded new, is 4. 3 from East Khas Hills and 1 from Southwest Garo Hills. The total number of recovered cases stands at 2,859, and the total number of deaths is 42.
With that, we have come to the end of today's edition. See you again tomorrow at the same time and in the same channel. Thank you for joining us.